Welcome back to Morning Live. With me in the studio is John Marira from the National Housing Cooperative Union, where we're talking about affordable housing, part of President Uhuru Kenyatta's Big Four agenda pillars. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
What exactly is the National Housing Cooperative Union?
National Cooperative Housing Union is the umbrella body for all housing cooperatives in Kenya. Okay. And basically, what it entails is providing affordable housing in Kenya. And we are located in Upper Hill, Nacho Plaza, Canberra Road.
Okay.
Yeah. And basically, it was formed in 1979, but it started operations in 1984. Okay. And from then, it has been the key pillar in provision of affordable housing in Kenya.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So how does one gain membership?
Yeah. Basically, most of our membership is usually from housing cooperatives in Kenya, and currently we have over 900 primary housing cooperatives who are affiliated with NACHU. But also individual members can also be part of a National Cooperative Housing Union. They can register themselves as members. And also we have chamas, investment groups also can also be able to register with a National Cooperative Housing Union and actually enjoy our products.
Okay, so yes. What are some of the requirements for me to join? Let's say at a corporate level, as a housing circle, and also as an individual. How do I join?
All right. As a housing cooperative, you're first required to affiliate with NACHU. We have an affiliation fee. Then once you affiliate with NACHU, you're taken through the registration process and everything, which doesn't take a lot of process. Then from then you start saving. For an individual, it can come and if he's interested in one of our products, he's just registered, and there are actually no registration fees which are required for individuals. And from then they can be able to choose the products that actually they want to enjoy.
All right. What are the benefits of joining NACHU?
The benefits of joining NACHU are quite immense, in such that you are able to enjoy products which no other institution in Kenya actually offers. We have houses of even less than $1 million, which no other provider can actually be able to no other developer can actually be able to provide. We have some very good savings products which somebody can be able to save. And another thing is that for National Cooperative Housing Union, being a member-based cooperative, ANACOS, a national organization, somebody's savings are quite secure in terms of there are no issues of members losing their savings, because they are actually quite well guarded, and the structure is very well. We have very transparency in terms of our operations and what we do.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, quick one, James. So how does NACHU actually contribute towards affordable housing?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. NACHU, for the last 5 years, has been able to provide over 3,000 affordable houses. And as I was telling you, these houses range between 650,000 and 3 million. And this has really benefited a lot of Kenyans. You hear of it's usually so amazing to see a boda person actually being able to acquire a house. A case scenario is the latest project which we've just completed, which is in Nanyuki, where boda members were able to acquire houses through coming together, starting savings as low as 50 shillings per day, 100 shillings per day. And when you go to that project, you cannot even imagine how it has been able. And these are all initiative of NACHU. And nobody else, I can tell you, nobody else has been able to do this except NACHU. The Mama Mbogas, they have been able to be brought together. They form housing cooperatives and they have been able to acquire houses. If you go to projects in Kangundo Road, our projects in Ketengela, and another thing, we've been able to go to cover let me call them the the former provinces in Kenya. We are in Kisumu, we have a project in Nyalenda. We are in Rift Valley, we have a project in Nakuru. We are in Western, we have a project in Kakamega. We are in Mount Kenya, we have projects in Meru, we have projects in Nanyuki. We are in Mombasa, we have projects in Mtwapa. We have in Kitenge, we are everywhere. And we've been able to provide houses for the category of people who most developers actually are shying away from.
Yes.
And because of the obvious reasons, there is no good returns in terms of providing. If you go to affordable housing, you basically don't get those good returns. But that is the space we're working on, and that is a space that's our mandate, and that is what actually guides us.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, James, how exactly is NACHU contributing to financial literacy of its members?
Very good. We actually conduct a lot of trainings to our members. From inception, once somebody joins, you're taken through a lot of trainings. We do trainings. We get qualified consultants who come and actually guide and take our members through various issues regarding to financial literacy. We have our very qualified staff trainings, internal trainings, which we do. We call members for trainings everywhere we go to all the regions to ensure that all our members actually are well educated in terms of savings and what they are actually required to do in running their cooperatives.
All right. I'm glad you talked about border riders. So now you find that the youth more often than not are starting their own businesses, their own viable concerns, enterprises, etc. So now for those who are out there watching and would like maybe to delve into housing or maybe to start their own housing units out there, what are the steps? They probably have a chama, they probably have a sacco, but they have no idea on the next steps. They probably have even land they've bought as a group. So as NACHU, what can you advise them to do? What are the steps to take?
Yeah, thank you very much. What I would advise, especially the youth, I know we are usually challenged in terms of our saving culture is not that good. We come together and NACHU, if I advise from the point of NACHU, being a cooperative-led kind of a institution, and basically seeing that cooperatives have been able to actually provide a lot of to be a key sector in this country, is encourage them to come together, start saving. The minute they start saving, they can approach NACHU, and we can be able to guide them on wherever they are, whatever the project they want to do in related to housing, even if they don't want, even if it's an investment, we have investment products where they can come up together. They join hands. They establish a commercial house where they can be able to be getting some earning from. If they intend to go to their own homes, to develop their own homes, we have those products. They come together. They approach NACHU. We take them through all the requirements which are very simple. We mobilize them. We train them, and we show them how to actually move about getting their own houses. But what I would insist on is everybody who wants to get into this sector, and prosper in this side in housing, must have developed a good culture of saving and a lot of transparency also in how they actually move around. Yeah. But if they have that motivation and they feel that they want to venture into housing and they want to do anything in real estate, they come together, and I'd advocate so much into them forming a housing cooperative.
All right. Yes. So now, Maria, do you offer mortgages? Do you offer higher purchase in houses? And how exactly do you source for your land?
Yes. The first thing, we do offer mortgages. Our members, once you're given a house, let's say of 1 million, you're required to raise at least 20%. The minute you raise the 20%, the balance of 80%, you're given like a mortgage. You're able to pay between 5 even to 10 years. according to your ability to pay.
And what's the interest rate on that?
The interest rate is usually at 14%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good. And how do you source for your land?
We have a policy of land banking. We get to have some affordable land somewhere. We buy land in before we even think of doing a project. We do a lot of land banking in all the areas that we see there is potential and there is need for housing. So if we identify like Kisumu, we buy land prior, and we wait as we mobilize our members to come together. Another thing, there are those cooperatives who will approach us. They have identified a land somewhere, and they approach us and they tell us, Nacho, we want you to assist us in construction of the houses. Yeah. So we just buy the land for them, and we construct them there for the houses, and we are able to move forward. There are others who have already bought the land, whom now we can try to come together and develop a product, a house, which then now we can be able to construct for them. Then they pay for a given period of time.
Right. So now, Maria, in the unfortunate event that your clients or a client cannot actually facilitate their mortgage, what exactly do you do? Do you have a human face in how your operations are run?
Yeah. Thank you very much. That is actually quite a big challenge on our hand, and finding that the kind of clientele that we're dealing with, at times they are faced with various challenges. They don't have those formal jobs. They don't have those formal employment. Their work is on a daily basis, looking for those vibaruas and everywhere. So those casual jobs. We try to make first the product as affordable as possible. We encourage them to save more so that the loan is not that high. The second thing, with the housing cooperatives, the model is usually very good, and if the housing cooperative itself, the leadership is very strong. So you see, they are able to by themselves to identify if a member is not able to pay, what are we going to do? And is been our member. Through their own structures, they're able to get another member to take that house, and this member is refunded his money. Then also we have some restructuring programs whereby if you're given a loan for 5 years or a mortgage for 5 years and you're not able to pay, you approach us, you say, this is what I can be able to provide. This be the much I can be able to afford. And we're able to work on those timelines and see how low we can be able to go. And frankly speaking, we have not reached a point where we have engaged an auctioneer. We are able to work internally and through the cooperative model itself to get a solution towards that.
All right, thanks for that, John Marira.
Yes.
From NACHU, we're talking Martin's affordable housing, part of the Big Four agenda. We'll be right back. Morning Live is still in the house. Welcome back to Morning Live. We're with John Marira from NACHU. We're talking about affordable housing. Now, Marira, you had a thought process that you were about to finish. You're talking about the human face in terms of repossessions or in terms of talking to your customers to tailor fit their lifestyle and whatever financial challenges they may be going through.
Yeah. So basically, the best client, most of these clients are usually very good. And we have grown with them and we actually understand them. So what happens, you find we encourage them if they face a challenge, and which is very normal.
Yes.
They approach us And the minute they approach us, they tell us, I've been doing this how far I've gone, it is not working. Can you give me even 6 months? Can you give me even a year?
Yeah.
As I try to organize my finances.
Yeah.
And we usually don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
And we do it interest free.
A grace period, exactly, the
Yeah,
penalties.
yeah.
Because you find more often than
we
not,
don't have any
the penalties.
those Indian penalties or anything.
Yeah.
We are able to give them that grace period to actually organize themselves, and they resume paying their houses. Yeah.
I think that's a wonderful social enterprise.
Yes, yeah.
What are some of the big projects
Yeah.
or the landmark projects that Natru is involved in or has partnered with?
Yeah, thank you very much, Rashid. As I told you, we've been able to do over 3,000 houses for the last 4 years. And actually, our projects, we do gated community projects. We do like 200 units, 100 units, 50 units in terms of the demand that is there. And we actually able to do, a house is not just those 4 walls. We are able to actually cater for the needs of that community in terms of infrastructure, internal roads and everything, in terms of water, in terms of electricity, in terms of also we are able to assist them in forming residential associations. How when you bring about 200 homes together, these are people. This is people who are not living in that area, and there is a factor now that comes of waste management. They produce a lot of waste in that area. You are able to structure your estates in a way that you are able to manage that waste, which is usually a very big challenge. So that they don't, waste is not just created there and it's not able to be properly managed. So we have those structures. We encourage them to form very strong residential organizations. And when you go to those estates, they are very well run. And actually, they are appealing even when you go to them. Coming to our projects, we are coming up with very, very affordable projects. First one in Mlolongo, it's called Prestige Park, just after Mlolongo there, along the behind the Signature Mall. We have a very big land there. We are doing over 750 affordable homes, which will range between 2 million to 4 million. We will have 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms. And also we have another project that is upcoming in Kangudo Road, also affordable housing. And we have another project that is coming up in Kisumu, also for affordable housing, and another one in Mombasa, also Kilifi County, for affordable housing. And our houses, we ensure that they fall under the category of government's affordable houses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So now, Mawira, just generally there has been a slow uptake in houses in Kenya, and also more so in East Africa. Is the bubble about to burst? Is there even a bubble, if at all? Has Consult came up with a report just the other day saying that there's no bubble, it has not burst. What is your take? Why has uptake in housing generally been slow?
Thank you very much, Rashid. Yeah, this is a challenge that is actually affecting all the developers in Kenya. And basically, first I would say the issue of affordability is not there. Because you find most of the houses that actually are being developed are for quite another upper. Houses of 10 million, 15 million going up. And now when you look at the affordability and the kind of earnings majority Kenyans earn, it's actually below 50,000 and below. That's where or we can even say 100,000 and below. That's where the majority of Kenyans actually are lying. And now if you provide a house of 10 million, 15 million, how many can actually be able to afford such a house? So you find you're not able to provide for the majority of Kenyans. Second thing, the issue of land. Land has become very expensive in Nairobi and its environs. Getting affordable land to provide affordable houses is becoming quite a challenge. Land where you find land is quite affordable, the infrastructure is not there. And this is where now the government actually should come very strong in providing infrastructure to such areas so that people can even be able to live quite far, but the infrastructure is well done such that, because you cannot tell somebody to leave his or her job so that you provide for him houses or houses in Machakos County. You have to factor in that this person still has to maintain his job, because that's what is they providing for, even paying for that house. So the government should come out actually very strong in providing infrastructure, opening quite areas where people can be able to afford affordable houses. Also, you find the building materials are quite a challenge. They are still very high in terms of cost. Still, we have not also been able to find that alternative technology, which we can say it's actually working very well, that can be able to replace the kind of sand and these quarry stones we use. So still, I know there are so many institutions and who are actually trying to come up with this affordable housing, but still affordable technologies, but still they have not been able to convince the common mwananchi that this one actually works better than the normal mortar and whatever. So you find there are quite a number of challenges, and also but I think the government actually trying in terms of taxations on affordable housing is quite trying to see how it can actually subsidize that, which is very important.
So now, Maria, according to the economies of scale, how exactly is Nachu able to make its houses affordable?
Yeah, very good, Rashid. Our houses, we able to, first of all, we engage our members. It's usually very, 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 very interesting how we do it. We engage our members from the design stage. Even let me even start from the procuring even of the land. We're able to take them to the design stage of the houses. Then we are able now to cut across and see what are the actually various options we have to be able to make these houses as affordable as possible. We are able to, if let's say a housing cooperative has only 10 members, we are able to bring them other housing cooperatives together. This one brings 50 members, 30 members, 40 members. When they come together, they are like 200. And now we are able now with the 200 houses, we're able now to come up with a project which is quite affordable in terms of economies of scale. The second thing is our model, how we do it. We do the incremental, the approach how we do it. We do incremental housing. We get you a house which is complete but not fully complete. In this way, we design a 3-bedroom house. We build for you a 1-bedroom. Then we leave you space to do the other 2 rooms. So you find a family comfortably takes that, and they get into the 1-bedroom quickly. As they pay the loan on this side, they are also trying to get some finances to do another bedroom, and Rashid, within 2-3 years, if you see that house, it will be amazing.
So you mean that, for example, a house is, hypothetically speaking, 1 million shillings?
Yes.
So they go to the first bedroom, probably it's 300,000.
Yes.
Yeah, they've already put that down.
Yeah.
So it means they have a deficit of about 700,000 for these other 2 bedrooms and the kitchen and whatever.
Yes.
So they can be paying incrementally, or how does that work?
Yeah, how it works is we design a 3-bedroom house. Once we design a 3-bedroom house, we construct for you a 1-bedroom house. Then we give you an approved plan of the other 2 rooms to make it a 3-bedroom. So when a person gets to the 1-bedroom, is able now to slowly, as he furnishes this loan of 700,000, which is the balance, after he raised the 300,000 or the 200,000, is able now to slowly construct the other two rooms.
Okay.
According to his own ability,
Yeah.
slowly by slowly.
Yeah.
He does another room.
Yeah.
After that, after some time, he does the normal way people
Yes.
do actually build their houses.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, that house, when you look at it, it will be magnificent.
All right, thanks for that, Maria. So now for investors
Yes.
who are planning probably to get opportunities to maybe partner with Nachu,
Yes.
what is the return on investments and how exactly can investors partner with you? That's private partnerships and also county governments.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, if I start with the county government, we've received a lot of invitations from the county government, and they are willing to work with us. And for example, the county government of Laikipia, when we were doing that project, I would really commend them. They really assisted that society very much in terms of infrastructure, which now would be a cost, would have made even the house more costly. But when you see the issue of the sewerage being done, the internal roads being done, they bring for them electricity, it actually makes the house more affordable.
Yes.
Those are the others who are even ready to provide us with the land. We construct houses for their people. In terms of private investors and who want to partner with Nachu is open. And we are ready to partner and actually provide houses for our members. We sit down. The issue of, I will not speak on the issue of return on investment. It's quite a challenge because the various institutions actually have various financials and so how much they would want to get in terms of returns. But it's usually good. And for somebody who was, because the various partners we've been working with is, they have the passion. It's not about money. They have the passion to provide affordable houses to common mwananchi. And that is what now the about returns is usually a second. It comes second after them provide. Their passion is basically to provide, to see Kenyans have affordable housing. Then the returns are actually a second thing. So we have actually partnered with so many organizations who have come together. They both local and international who are ready to provide affordable housing, and our doors are open. The appetite for the need, let me talk about the deficit for housing in Kenya is quite magnificent. It's so big. We have over 2 million deficit in terms of affordable, in terms of housing in Kenya. Yes. And what is being provided is only 50,000 annually. Yes. Then you wonder, the demand is actually around 250. It's estimated to be 250 per annum. Yep. What is being provided is 50,000. So the other 200,000, where does it go?
Exactly.
Yeah. And you'll find most of the 200,000, these are purely need to be affordable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maria, how exactly is the government providing an enabling environment in terms of policy and infrastructure for organizations such as Nachu to actually meet the Big Four agenda?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Rashid. The government, through the leadership of our president, is actually taking this issue very serious, being part of the agenda for housing. And in terms of recently, they formed the KMRC was formed. This is actually trying to provide mortgages to Kenyans. The government is also trying to subsidize in terms of providing infrastructure to various. If you have an affordable, you're coming up with an affordable project somewhere, they're able to provide you with infrastructure. They're able to provide this in terms of roads, in terms of electricity, in terms of also water and everything. They're able to connect you very well. In terms of taxation also, on affordable houses, if you're able to provide over, let's say, 400 units, and they're able to actually assist you in to subsidize on issues of taxation. There are a lot of policy in terms of charges related to when you're packaging your products. They're able to come out very strongly and actually, but I still think there is so much the government can do, and also in terms of uptake when you have a project, and they're able to provide some guarantee in terms of uptake, which I think if they can be able to do that, it can be very, very well.
All right, Maria,
Yes.
closing remarks as we wind up the interview. What are your closing remarks?
I would say that it is possible for even that mama mboga, even that boda rider there, even that the common mwananchi, everybody, it is possible for Kenyans to acquire houses. But it needs the interventions of all the players in the key players in the industries in Kenya. The cooperatives, the private developers, the government, everybody comes together and plays its part in terms of providing affordable housing. And another thing, what I would say, cooperative is one big institution which actually, it's a very good model, which has actually, that has worked. They say in Kenya, out of 10 houses constructed, 9 are actually done by the cooperative sector. Cooperatives is a gateway to provision of affordable housing in Kenya.
Yes. John Mariro, we do thank you for your time. Gracie Morning Live.
Yeah.
We shall do this once again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.